So here's our conditional story homework assignment. This is due on Friday, September 25th, 2020. So you should have all of Wednesday to do that while everybody else is doing SAT, or if you're taking the SAT, then you have at least some of Wednesday to do it. Here's an example. You're going to notice at the top, it's going to tell you what two phrases to use, or what two conditional statements. So I have a conditional, and I have a biconditional. And here's an example. If you give a girl a fishing pole, then she will want to go to the pond. That is my conditional statement. Then my biconditional, I take my hypothesis conclusion, put if and only if in the middle. A girl will want to go to the pond if and only if you give her a fishing pole. Now what you're going to notice is that the end of my conclusion, the end of my conditional, my conclusion part, she will want to go to the pond, must be the start of my next slide. So if you give a girl a fishing pole, then she will want to go to the pond. If you take her to the pond, then she will catch more fish than you. So that's my conditional. Then I need the converse, if Q then P. So if she catches more fish than you, then you took her to the pond. And notice again, she will catch more fish than you is my conclusion that has to start the next slide. If she catches more fish than you, then she will become hungry. And then I need the inverse and the contrapositive. If she does not catch more fish than you, then she will not become hungry. So if not P, then not Q. And the contrapositive. If she did not become hungry, then she did not catch more fish than you. So if the girl eats a lot of fish, then she will be tired. If a girl's tired, then she will want you to read her a story. So conditional, conditional. And then notice that the second conclusion there, she will want you to read her a story, is going to show up in our next slide. If you read her a story, then the girl will want to go to sleep. So here we have, she will want you to read her a story. Same idea, it's going to connect. If you read her a story, then the girl will want to go to sleep. And then the contrapositive, if the girl does not want to go to sleep, then you did not read her a story. And the biconditional, the girl will go to sleep if and only if you read her a story. So the girl going to sleep is going to show up in our next slide. That conclusion, the girl will want to go to sleep. That same idea, not necessarily word for word, is going to show up in the next slide. So the girl goes to sleep, and then she will dream about fishing with a new shiny fishing pole. And you'll see the converse and the conditional beneath that. So the first conditional, she'll dream about fishing with a new fishing pole. That's going to show up, again, not necessarily word for word, in the next conditional. If she dreams about fishing with a new shiny fishing pole, then you will have to take her to the store. And you can see the conclusion of our last conditional, then you will have to take her to the store. That idea is going to show up in our next slide, so taking her to the store. If you take a girl to the store, then she will want you to buy her a new fishing pole. And finally, tie it into the first page. If you buy a girl a new fishing pole, then she will want to go to the pond. So we started off with, if you buy her a fishing pole, she'll want to go to the pond. And we ended with, if you buy a girl a new fishing pole, then she will want to go to the pond. So here's our rubric. This is what we're going to use to score your conditional stories. Again, it can be anything you want it to be, as long as it's school appropriate. So I've had kids do sports, cars, puppies, baking, reading a book, going on a road trip, things like that. So you can do anything school appropriate that you want. And this is going to be due on Friday, the 25th of September, 2000.